Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Ted. And this movie is directed by Seth MacFarlane, and it came out in 2012. It stars him as Ted, and Mark Wahlberg is in it, as well as Mila Kunis. And a lot of actors from Family Guy are in it. And I hated this movie. And once I got about 20 minutes into this movie, I knew that this movie was not going to be what I thought it would be, which was bad. It was going to be much, much worse. And unfortunately, I was right. And the story here is just like the most predictable thing ever. And the comedy isn't funny, except for like one joke. There was one joke that I kind of liked, and it's towards the end, and it's in a scene where like a chase scene is happening, and like Ted has been kidnapped, and Mark Wahlberg just calls the police on his phone, and he's saying like, "Hey, somebody kidnapped my teddy bear," and they just hang up on him. I was like, "Hello?" It's like that was kind of funny. The rest of the movie, I cannot stand. I just, generally speaking, I just don't like the humor in this movie. Like. And on top of that, this is Seth MacFarlane, and like he also does Family Guy, and Family Guy for me personally, like the humor in that show, like it doesn't really work for me. Like mostly it's just like very, like didn't really land, kind of missed, but it wasn't really making me cringe ever. But this movie, I am cringing quite a lot at the humor, not all of it. There are some jokes that are worse than others, but I was just so uncomfortable while watching this movie. Like I could not just sit through this movie. I had to like take breaks and just walk around because I was just so bored, so uninvested. I didn't like any of the characters. None of the performances were good. I didn't believe anyone as their character, and they're all just really annoying, and that's pretty much what the movie is. Really annoying characters, bad performances, a really bland story that you know what it's gonna be. And even if you don't, like, once you get about 10-15 minutes into the movie, you know exactly where it's gonna go. And oh boy, do they do nothing with this concept. In terms of directing, there was nothing visually interesting in this movie. There was like no visual flair. It was just shot, reverse shot, and it was just overall a really boring movie to look at. I didn't care for the music choices, and the soundtrack choices I didn't care for either, and overall it was just really bland, really generic, and the jokes for the most part were just like the easiest things that they could come up with, and I just couldn't get into this movie at all. It was just an awful experience, and the only reason I decided to watch this movie is because it was short. It was like under 2 hours, and that was the only reason. I was like, okay, something that's under 2 hours, I'll watch it, see how it is. Why is it longer than an hour and a half? It's like, there's no reason for it to be over an hour and a half for a movie that just does nothing the entire time. And that's about all I have to say about Ted. It sucked, it was bad, and don't watch this movie ever. It's not worth your time. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Ted a 1 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Ted, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for my octopus teacher. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.